Hi friends, today we are going to start the topic is decimals. In the previous classes we discussed about the topic is fractions and the types of fractions, addition and subtraction of fractions. Then today's our concept is decimals. What is the meaning of decimals? How can we change the decimal fractions to the decimal numbers? And how can we identify the integral part and decimal part of the decimal numbers? Then how to add and subtract the decimals? These are today's our subtopics. Before that, we have to learn what is the meaning of decimal fraction. Already we know that common fractions 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 5 by 6, these are called common fractions. Then decimal fractions means in the fractions, the denominators are multiples of 10 are called decimal fractions. Multiples of 10 means 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, so and so. These are the multiples of 10. If the denominators are in the form of multiples of 10, then we can say given the fractions are decimal fractions. Say example 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 4 by 100, 5 by 1000. These all are examples of decimal fractions because the denominators are 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh also there means are called decimal fractions. See, how can we write these decimal fractions into decimal numbers? See, 2 by 10. In 2 by 10, 10 is the denominator. So, if we change into decimal fractions to decimal numbers, we have to put the decimal point after one digit to the left side. So, 2 by 10 we can write 0.2. Similarly, 4 by 100 we can write 0.04. 5 by 1000 means 0.005. Here denominator 100 is there means we have to put the decimal point to the left side after 2 digits. But numerator only 1 digit is there. Instead of another plus we have to put the 0. So 4 by 10 100 is equal 0.04 or 0.04. 5 by 1000 means 0.005 or 0.005. So this is the process to change the decimal fractions into decimal numbers. Then the examples of decimal numbers or decimals. See, 12.256. 12.256, this is the example of decimal numbers. In this, left side of the decimal point is called integral part. Left side of the decimal point is called integral part. Right side of the decimal part is called decimal point is called decimal part. So in this we can divide this two parts, integral part and decimal part. Integral part means that is the left side of the decimal point. Decimal part means that is the right side of the decimal point. So what is the difference between these two parts? This integral part is always greater than 1. But decimal part is always less than 1. That's why we can read this 12.256. Don't read 12.256, 12.256 because this decimal part is less than 1. That's why we have to read without place values. Integral part we have to read with place values. So, in integral part the number is 12 and the decimal part that is 256. 0.256. So, how can we find out the place values of decimal numbers? See, 125.251. 125.251, this is one of the decimal number. Here place values of a decimal numbers. Left side of the decimal point, the first digit is ones place. The next is tens place. This is hundreds place, and thousand plus, 10,000 plus, lakhs plus, like this is there. What about this right side of the decimal point? Right side of the decimal point, the first digit is, the first place value is tens place. Next is hundredth place, and the next is thousand plus. Next 10,000th and 100th, 10th plus, 100th plus, 1000th plus. So the place value of 5 is, it is there at ones place 5. The place value of 2 is 20. The place value of 1 is 100. Here the place value of 2 is 2 by 10. The place value of 5 is 5 by 100. The place value of 1 is 1 by 1000. So, the place values of the decimals after the decimal point, 10th place, 100th place and 1000th place. Left side is as it is ones, tens, hundreds and thousands. How can we write these decimal fractions into common fractions? Suppose 2.5 is there. 2.5 is a decimal number. First we have to change into decimal fractions. 2.5 we can write 25 by 10, because after removing this decimal point we have to check the digits in the decimal part. Suppose there are one digit, we have to write 10 as a denominator. There are two digits, 100 we have to write as a denominator. In 2.5, after the point only one digit is there, that's why we can write 25 by 10. This 25 by 10 we can cancel with two tables. 2 5 is 10, 5 2 is 10 and 5 5 is 25. So 5 by 2 is the common fraction of 2.5 decimal numbers. First we have to change into decimal fractions. After it's going any table, numerator and denominator, we can cancel and write the simplified form, that is the common fraction of given the decimal numbers. Next, addition and subtraction of decimals. Addition and subtraction of decimals, this we have to compare with common addition and common subtractions, but we have to put the point in the last answers. See one example, 125.32 plus 52.321. 125.32 plus 52.321. Just we have to check in the decimal parts same digits are there or not. In the first decimal number, in the decimal part there are two digits. In the second decimal number there are three digits. In vertical method, first we have to write given the decimal numbers 125.32. Next is 52.321. Here only ones and tens there. Here ones, tens, hundreds. So we have to write the second decimal number from tens place. 52.321. For not getting any confused, here 2 digits are there in the first number. We have to fill with remaining place with 0. Now 0 plus 1 is 1, 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6.771. So the answer is 177.641. Next, how to subtract the decimal numbers? Now I am taking that same decimals, 125.32 minus 52.321. Write in vertical form 125.32, then 52.321. Here also there are no sufficient digits in the first decimal number. We have to fill with zeros. Minus 1 is not subtracting from 0. We have to take one borrow from 100th place. This will become 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. 2 is not subtracting from 1. We have to take one borrow from 10th place. This will become 11. This is 2. 11 minus 2 is 9. 3 is not subtracted from 2. We have to take one borrow from 5. This will become 12. It is 4. 12 minus 3 is 9. 4 minus 2 is 2. 12 minus 5 is 7. So the answer is 72.999. Just we have to check in the decimal part there are same equal digits are there or not. Suppose there are no equal digits, we have to fill with zeros to equal the digits in the decimal part.